long way to go, so we got to keep going.
Kevon Looney had some critical defensive possessions on Luka. He's assisting and rebounding. How do you verbalize his impact so far in this postseason?
Talking about Wiggins?
No, Looney.
Looney. Yeah, he's done a good job defensively. He's been great for us all year.
The problem with Dallas, I mean, they're just playing on the perimeter. They've got to get something going toward the basket.
Klay Thompson over Ntilikina.
What a second half here.
Beat Dallas, but not tonight. Green right into Bullock. Just plowed his way for 2
threes. And they're 10 of 42, 24%. This is a team that averages 15 in these playoffs.
Oh, weaving and scooping it home. What a pretty move. Timeout Dallas.
But even there, Wiggins, great contest. It's nothing easy in there for Doncic.
Klay Thompson, 8.5 to go in the fourth. Ntilikina will defend. Woo.
When he gets it going and he gets right
tonight, outstanding passes.
Yes. And they're good against the blitz because they see it all the time. Bullock, who picked up his 5th personal foul, just buries a triple. 12 for him. Yes, indeed you can. Dinwiddie, Josh Green contorts and gets the 2. His first. Damian Lee checked in at that last break with his inbound to Poole, dancing with Doncic. Now Bullock. Knocked it away, but right to Porter. Wow.
Now does Bullock get an assist on that, Reggie? Because that was him hitting it there. Does he get it?
Rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals, and a block. Finney Smith with Wiggins on him. Dinwiddie double. Green a floater. Oh, nice. Dropping a sledgehammer inside.
Nice.
Dorian Finney-Smith achieve their fullest potential. Finney-Smith picked up his 4th. Poole at the line. Memphis series, wasn't it?
Well,
physical and verbal.
Well, and they were down 56.
Wiggins, Doncic at the other end. Good feed. Green was cutting. Another one.
Season game they played against the Mavericks, and we could see him in that role at some point in the series, particularly if there's foul trouble or an injury.
Another guy we have not mentioned who's in street clothes is Andre Iguodala. You're wondering when he's going to be able to come back, because that's another guy that they could throw at Doncic as well.
And Gary Payton II,
yes,
who could very well be back in this series. That would give them more options, but Wiggins will still be the primary defender. We've seen what a good job he did tonight.
Well, you talked to his old man when you were walking off the court. What did Pop say?
Yeah, the elder Gary Payton said that his son's got a good chance of coming back in this series.
He was funny. He's like, rub some dirt on it. Spit on it. Get out there and play, boy.
Brown knocks it away, working on Kuminga, then restolen by Toscano Anderson, who grew up in Oakland. Back outside, Kuminga. Moses Moody is in, got the ball to Kuminga. And Brown with the rebound. Burke hits it. And fouled as he fired.
Well, Burke's a guy who can score. He doesn't get any time anymore, but he's a guy who can come in and get buckets in a hurry. You know, not a bad guy to have deep on your bench if you ever needed somebody.
If you're looking for some optimism, if you're a Dallas fan or a fan of this series, Mavericks have had 6 losses now in this year's playoffs, 3 by 20 points or more. But they, as we've seen, keep coming back.
And J.C. Kidd will make, minor adjustments. But again, we talked about this in the first quarter. They missed at least 6 or 7 wide open threes. Now they knock those down, and it's a different story here in terms of the tone.
Well, I think, like you said, they've got to get, even if they still end up shooting threes, they've got to get more penetration. They've got to do a better job getting back on defense. And they can't bunch up their turnovers. They didn't have an inordinate amount, but the Warriors were able to get out and run on all of them.
Back and forth we go, a little sloppy as we've emptied both benches. Brown gets it from Burke. Turnovers, the one issue Golden State has really just struggled with all season. But tonight, 14. They've been averaging 16 or more. They had 44 the last 2 games against Memphis, so 14. They might take that. Toscano Anderson dancing.
Another offensive foul by Anderson.
That's now 15 on the turnovers. But you're right.
I'm a little ahead of my story.
But the Warriors are always going to have a few more turnovers because of the way they move the ball and the passes they try to make to cutters. Reggie will remember those Jerry Sloan teams in Utah that were so hard to guard, always led the league in field goal percentage and always led the league in turnovers because they were trying to make interior passes. So the Warriors will turn it over some. They can't have the sloppy ones and the careless ones.
Brown up and under, puts it through. Golden State had 53 wins. And they are 6-0 in the playoffs at home and looking at 7-0. They have not lost in the playoffs at home. Kuminga can't get it. Played for